I'm gonna show you guys how I make $3,000.
This is I'm so rich, my nigga.
And I'm gonna show you guys the strategy. But before we even start, please subscribe.
And remember, like and subscribe. Or else.
Punch the likes button and comment down below what you guys think about this video. Alright, so I received the funded account. If you guys never watched the video, go watch the video of me passing 100k defunded trader challenge and verification. So that's the account that I make $3,000 on. Alright, so I received the account around December, right, the middle of December. So I was not gonna trade December because I feel like there's low volume and there's a lot of spread and slippage. But I was like, you know what, this is a new account. I'm gonna trade because last year December I was having a really good month, right? So I decided to trade. I stopped trading on my other funded account, which is FTMO on my Forex fund, and I try to focus on more on defunded trader because it's a new prop farm I just started, and because my goal for this year is to reach 7 figures. So I decided to try a new prop farm, and defunded trader was after FTMO and my Forex fund. Defunded trader was the next prop farm I was looking into. So yeah, I tried them, and so when I received the account, the first week I make around 1%. I was like, cool, you know, because I was risking 0.1 to 0.2%. That's the max I can risk, which is 0.2, because it helped me to control my emotion better, and now I've get even better controlling my emotion, and I'm able to manage my trades. I'm able to take losses without like going crazy.
Go crazy! Go stupid! Go crazy!
And blowing my accounts, right? So this is the reason why I advise traders to risk less, which I will make a video about it. If you guys want me to make a video about it, I will make a video about it. All right, so the first week I make around 1%. The second week of December I start taking a lot of losses because of the spread slippage. Sometimes I will be risking 0.1, I'm losing 0.5. I risk like $200, I will lose like $700, $800 because of the spread and slippage. But because I was risking very low and I lost all my profit, I lost all the 1%, which is $1,000. I lost it during the second week of December, and the third week I was having a really bad week. You know, I was down almost 2%. I was in a losing streak. I was like, this is not my strategy. My strategy is not following my plan. So the last week of December I stopped trading. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna trade. I'm just gonna be placing $10, $5, you know, just to be involved and see if our market is gonna react to my strategy. So I just placed like a $10, you know, 0.1 lot size, because I do not want to trade because December was really bad. And around January, right, market just moved nicely, which the first week, which is this week, and I was just taking a lot of trades. Every single trades I was taking was just, most of it was just a win, most of it was just hit all take profit, which I send most of these trades to the VIP, and usually I document all my trades. So these were all the trades that I try to take on the funded account, 100k funded account. And yeah, and this was the trades that helped me to make almost $3,000. So basically it's around 2,500, which I'm going to show you guys around the screen here. So I'm going to put the all the trades around here, so if you guys going to see everything right here. So as you guys can see, every single trade you see I document here. I was able to take the trade on GJ. I take the trade, which was a sell. I risked $100 on this trade. I was able to make $800. I was aiming for 1 to 9, but I closed the trade around 8%. Gold, I take a loss. USD, we take a win there, and USD again take a win. USD, okay, this was a kind of a mistake, so that's why you see I don't push stop loss. It was kind of a mistake, right? And because when you trade, when you go full time or you're a funded trader, you're gonna make mistakes. But if you over risking stuff like that, you don't have chance to learn from your mistakes. So but when you risk very low, you take your time, you follow your plan, you're gonna make mistake, because no matter what, this is what most traders or they don't tell you about, because they will tell you that they're a full-time trader, but they're not a full-time trader because they don't know what to say. right? But when you go full time, you're gonna be making a lot of mistake, right? So do not over risk on your funded accounts, whatever. Do not over risk. Don't risk 1% or 0.5% because you're gonna make mistake. And when you make a mistake, what are you gonna learn from your mistake, right? So as you can see, most of the trades I risk less than 0.3%, right? So I take a gold trade, right, and I take a couple of euro JPY trade doing New York section, and as you can see, yesterday I lost $400. Like I said again, it was kind of a little bit mistake on this end. I miscalculate, not gonna lie, because I trade a lot of accounts, right? I trade multiple funded accounts. I trade with FTMO, I have an account with them. I trade with my Forex fund, I have an account with them, and I have like 3 strategy I trade differently, so sometimes it's kind of overwhelming. So that's why I'm buying, like I already purchased like a PC, everything. I'm getting a new setup right now. This is my setup. Let me just show you guys my setup for now. So basically this is not my setup right now, but I'm trying to get everything, you know, and to, you know, get new setup. These are all the books, and one thing I would advise you guys is to always have a book for each and every platform. So this is a book for defunded trader. As you guys can see, I have a plan, everything, how much I'm supposed to be risking, 0.1%, everything, right? And my setup right now is not that good, so I'm not able to like really manage my trades the way I want to trade. So most of the time I take all my trades on my phone. So MT4, FTMO and defunded trader, I have it on MT4, and the rest of my my other platform I have it on MT5. So sometimes I kind of make a mistake. It's like I gotta rush, right? So I will see a trade there, I want to enter it on 2 of the platforms. So that's most of the time, you know, I make a mistake. That's why I lose $400. That's why you guys see I don't put no stop loss, because I forgot to put the stop loss, and when I come back I was down $400 and I just close it. But as you guys can see, I take a trade on GJ, was a win, it was a loss, which was $200 loss, which is completely fine. Take a gold, and we start winning a lot on US30. We win, I risk $200 on this trade, which I caught around, which is 1 to 4, and I think it was this trade, right? This trade I was aiming for 1 to 6. 1 to 6 was 8. All take profits were 8, but I closed the trade 1 to 4 because I was seeing some kind of a resistance level that I feel like market was going to respect and drop, and I was not going to lose the whole trade because of rest of like 2 people more. US30, we take a trade. I was risking. It was a scalping trade which I sent in the VIP. It was a good scalping trade. I can show you guys that right now. So if we jump, I can show you guys the scalping trade. Okay, I think it was this. Okay, yeah, it was this one. So as you guys can see, I said second chance. The first trade was a loss, right? The second trade I said second chance, and TP6 all take profits was smashed on that trade. And yeah, so as you guys can see, all the trades, then I jump into your study. Then we take like, I think we take like 2 losses on your study, but I was actually managing my trades. I try not to lose more than 0.2%. Alright, so as you guys can see, those are all the trades I take for this week, and I was able to make around 2,470, which is close to 3,000. So this video is probably gonna be $3,000, so please do not, you know. So I'm gonna show you guys the strategy on how I make this amount, right? It's a very simple strategy. I don't use no indicator. I don't know why traders use indicator, but if it works for you, it works for you. For me, I like to just use naked charts, and I like to just analyze. I feel like you get more knowledge by using that, but when you depend on like some kind of secondary stuff like indicator or stuff like that, you kind of depend on it way too much. So we're just gonna jump into the 1 hour, and we probably just gonna cut around, basically around here. All right, so the first thing I used to do when I look at the chart is I jump to the daily, right? I used to jump into the daily, right? So I use the daily, the 4 hours, the 2 hours, the 1 hour. Sometimes it depends on what I'm seeing in the markets, right? It depends on what I'm seeing. So the first thing I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing a level which is around this level, right? So that's the first thing I'm seeing, and as you guys can see, we have another we have a trend line going down here, right, which is a nice trend line. So if it's a good trend line, usually I put like two, right? But if it's not a good trend line, or if it's not a complete trend line, because you have to touch 3 times, if it's not a complete trend line, I only put 1 line. So even this trade I was able to take this trade on my account. So I'm seeing another one. I think this is, nah, that's not a good trend line. So if we look at the 4 hours, seeing a level around here. So all you do is, I don't want to go around and I don't want to like just analyze everything, put support and resistance, but all you have to do on the 4 hours and daily, you just use the daily to identify stronger support and resistance, and use the 4 hours to identify support and resistance, the one that you probably cannot see clearly on the daily. And sometimes you can use the 4 hours to just adjust the support and resistance, you know, more to your likings, right? So if we jump to the 1 hour, basically what I used to wait for the 1 hour is, I wait for a pullback, right? We're gonna wait for some kind of a pullback. Let me look at the 4 hours real quick. Alright, so we're gonna wait for like a pullback on the 1 hour, right? We're gonna wait for a break up, and we're gonna wait for a retest, right? So we already have our confirmation. We have a trend line, you know, we have a resistance level, a support level, my bad. So we already have our confirmation, which is we have a support level, we have a trend line, so which is a really good confirmation already. Those two are really strong confirmation to me, right? So now all I'm waiting for is, I'm waiting for a bullish candlestick, and I'm waiting for a break and retest, so you know I can enter the trade. See, most people now we do this. This is what most traders are going to do. Now, most traders will probably just enter blindly without thinking about. Basically, they'll think that, oh, market is just gonna fly up, right? They will probably look at it for 1 hour, 4 hours, or something, and see a big bullish candlestick and be like, you know what? I'm going to enter that trade. But guess what? You always gotta wait for like a break. You know, wait for the break. Wait for a retest, and when market retest, now you can adjust the stop loss. Now market is going to show you where to put your stop loss. This is where market is telling you, after taking everybody out, it's telling you put your stop loss right here, you know. But most traders will enter trades like this, and guess what? They're going to get destroyed. And let's see if it's yeah, you're going to probably lost the trade, right? So now we see that market's already retest back. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wait for some kind of a pullback. Oh, that's far. Yeah, I was gonna say that's too far, because if it's too far and it closed like that bullish, I'm not gonna enter the trade. So what I'm gonna do is, this is a nice pullback. So all I'm gonna do is, we're gonna enter a buy right there. So now what market is telling you? Market is telling you put your stop loss below the wick, right? Then you put your stop loss right below the wick like that. And all you have to do now is aim for 127, right? So that's how I trade, and this is how I usually manage my trades. I will look for a strong level to close at least 50%. So if there's any strong level I can see, so I can close 50% of the trade, or sometimes I might close all the trades. But this does not look like a really strong level to me that is gonna probably stop market from going to my TP. So I might not close nothing, I might just hold the trades. It depends on how I feel about the account, right? So we're gonna see. We're gonna jump into the 5 minutes, and we're gonna see how markets react, right? If markets respect this level and drop, maybe I will close 50%. But if it breaks it, I might move my stop loss to like maybe TP2, TP3, and hold it and see what happened, right? So so let's see what happened here. And if you want, you can, I think now you can place a buy. So I feel like TradingView just add this to like their back testing, so which is really good for traders that want to back test. So you can just put a buy there and see your profits. I never used it before. This is my first time using it because I seen it before I was making this video. So let's just go in. Let's see. Alright, anyway, we're just gonna play it. Alright, okay, wait. So as you can see, market actually just break this level. So what I would do is, most of the time what I would do is I'll move my stop loss to like maybe around TP3, right? TP3, or I would say no, I'll move it to like TP3, right? That's what I would do, move my stop loss to TP3. And now since I'm aiming for TP7, if market moves to like TP6, I might move my stop loss to TP5. Right, so TP6 hits, so what I'll do, I'll move my stop loss to TP5, which is around here, right? So now we'll hold the rest. Right, let's see if you actually touch. All right, so as you guys can see, it actually comes down and take me out at TP5, because you never know, you always got to move your stop loss. So that's how you actually, you trade it. But let's see if you actually go and touch TP7. All right, so it actually did touch TP7, and if you should have take this trade, you should have make 2,700. But yeah guys, so that's my strategy. It's very simple. I don't use indicator, I just use naked charts, analyze price action, all that, and I feel like it helps you to gain more knowledge, right? If I was using an indicator, I don't feel like you're gonna gain as much knowledge as someone who's using price action, just using naked charts, not depending on something else. And I feel like yeah, please subscribe, punch the likes button, and comment down below what you guys think about this video, and peace out.